the floor. Everybody doing the dinosaur.
One of my favorite movies, man.
What movie?
Super Mario Brothers.
Oh my God, is it really?
No, because we've done this before. Are you lying, right?
No, Super Mario Brothers, the movie with John Leguizamo and what's his face from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
There's a dance club scene. They play that song. That's where I know it from.
Do the dinosaur?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Oh my God.
It has to do with dinosaurs and asteroids and a dimensional rift.
Does it?
Yeah.
And
that might be a good
Super Mario.
Well, they basically just made up an entire thing. Just put the Mario Brothers.
Just put everything mashed it together.
Yeah, and sprinkled a couple names here and there, and like there you go.
Kind of like Geeking Poetic.
Yeah.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's our whole discussion about dinosaurs tonight, is just how they affected Mario and Luigi in their universe.
And Princess Daisy.
And Princess Daisy. That's all that really matters. Everything else, all the other effects it's had on society and learning and evolution, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's just all baby stuff.
Super Mario Brothers, man.
Mm-hmm. They were all doing the dinosaur. What's going on, everybody?
What's up?
We are obviously on Geeking Poetic Podcast here. I'm Larry.
I'm Vito.
I'm Megan.
And we are here for another little just audio only, the audio cast as we call it. I've been excited about this one, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's late and everybody's like, I'm tired. We always do this so late at night and everything. But
it's already 1 a.m.
Yeah.
But we're going to keep chugging along.
We're going to, but
it's when good shit comes out of us.
Yeah, that's true. That's when we get silly. It's when we get real silly. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really good one. I've been looking forward to this. And as if you haven't already figured out by seeing the topic title and the
teasers
listing and all that other stuff, and the fact that we were just singing that awful song. That song sucks, man.
Now it's in the movie.
Oh,
I don't have any idea what song you guys are talking about.
Everybody doing the dinosaur. You don't know that song,
I don't
really?
know that song,
Oh,
no.
wow. Okay.
I'm going to post it on your Facebook.
You're
tonight,
in
Megan.
for a
Fabulous.
treat. You're in.
Can't
For
Everybody's going
wait.
to laugh.
They're like, what is this?
Oh, man. So, yeah, we are going to talk about dinosaurs
Woohoo.
since the focus this month has been on Jurassic Park. As always, on the audiocast, we like to have a more so-called serious discussion.
We don't know how to be serious.
Yeah, we start off that way, but
Well, I mean, we're talking about something that is factual, not just like something that's just made up in Hollywood or whatever, like Jurassic Park essentially is, or by Michael Crichton with his awesome book.
dude, book is fantastic.
That book is fantastic. Yeah. Well, like I always like to start us off with this. So, Vito, tell me, how did you get into dinosaurs? Like, can you remember? Because I know that's the one thing. Like, we all dig dinosaurs. Like, that's the other thing that's always good is when we.
Everybody digs dinosaurs. They're in the ground.
How is he going to get them? You got to dig.
Dig.
So that's where they got the idea.
From Mudvayne.
Oh.
That's what dig is all about. It's about paleontology.
Yeah.
It's not at all. But we're going to go with that.
I think it's about suicide or something, actually. But
Great. Or suicide of the dinosaurs.
yeah, there you go.
When they, they all went extinct. It was mass suicide. Dinocide. They
got into a religious cult and they just...
mass dinocide.
Wow.
We're off to a great start.
Yeah.
So, Vito.
So how I got into dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Dude, my earliest memory is me just building dinosaur models out of like those popsicle stick material things you get at like the science store and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
I was obsessed with dinosaurs. I think like any kid is,
Mm-hmm.
I would assume anyway.
If you're doing childhood right, yes.
Yeah, that's true. And then Jurassic Park came out in 93, so I was 11, yeah. And I think I saw it in the theater 4 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I absolutely love that movie, dude. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
And that further sparked my love for dinosaurs. I wanted to be a paleontologist when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I wish I still
I was just going to say, and then my life went completely wrong. Yeah.
Maybe in 20 years I'll try to go back to school and get a degree. Or you never know.
You never
know.
You never know. All right. What about you, Meg?
I'm kind of the same. I remember in childhood I didn't build them, but I had the plastic dinosaurs that I always loved playing with. They may have actually been my brother's, but I always took them and played with them because I thought they were so cool. And I love the Stegosaurus. Playing with the Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus is awesome.
Yeah.
And just like you, Vito, actually, I want to be either an archaeologist or a paleontologist. I just wanted to dig in the dirt and find shit. And finding an animal like that, fossilized, that would have been incredible. So maybe in 20 years I'll go back to school with you. Get our degree.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about, folks. We're just doing this
pushing
Geeking Poetic. Yeah. We're just doing Geeking Poetic in the meantime. Eventually, we want this show to get so big that, we can afford
it funds our college degrees to
Right.
get bachelors in paleontology.
Yep.
So, exactly. So, for you folks, if you're not already a Patreon, subscriber, do it because
Get
you're
that
helping.
college fund going.
You're helping us get smarter, folks. You're making
You're
it
helping
better.
society as a whole.
Exactly, because who knows what kind of amazing things Megan might come up with.
Me and Vito are going to find some shit, man.
Yep. Actually, I imagine you guys wanting to get on a rocket ship that you could go to another planet and then become some sort of like
astropaleontology.
Astropaleontology.
Oh.
Can you imagine in 20 years if that was an actual class you could take?
We're going to find out in 20 years when
Fuck
we go back
yeah.
to school.
Yeah, exactly. Go back to school. Wow. Yeah, obviously I'm considerably older than you guys. So by the time Jurassic Park, the movie, came out, I was an adult, so it didn't have that kind of impact on me, although I enjoyed it. I did read the book a little bit, not too much before, probably right around the same time. Book's great, obviously. For me, I guess I was a little bit unusual because I can even remember adults being surprised that I wasn't more into dinosaurs, because every little boy that was like the age of 6 or 7 is infatuated with dinosaurs. I liked dinosaurs, but I wasn't like totally infatuated with them. But what got me really interested in dinosaurs was, of all things, the Disney movie Fantasia. Are you guys familiar with that movie?
I think I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it like once and I hated
Is that where
it.
Mickey
So.
gets the broomsticks to do
Yes.
it? Okay.
It's where it's all like they took it was innovative for its time, man. They took animation and they matched it up with classic pieces of music, Stravinsky and Mussorgsky. I can't even say that right now. Mussorgsky. And they did that, but there's the one scene in there where they animate dinosaurs and stuff, and they show like all the different dinosaurs. And especially for the time, because it was 1940 when this came out, and the animation was amazing. And even now, you look at it, you're like, that's pretty damn cool. And then it even gets into, and it shows them like going extinct because of the climate, all the
That's
whatever
cool.
the stuff going on, and the meteorites and all the theories of that. And pretty advanced for its time when you think about it, Yeah, I saw that as a kid, and I was completely fascinated because of that. I was like, oh, wow. And then we had this book when I was a kid as well that was some sort of like encyclopedia type thing. It wasn't an encyclopedia, but it was like that. I still probably have it, just some big old pseudo leather bound book that's
all about dinosaurs.
It's not about dinosaurs, but just history of the earth kind of thing. And there was just these really amazing illustrations rather, really amazing illustrations in there of these dinosaurs. And I was just like, whoa, like they looked there were so many different kinds, and it was so interesting. And I was kind of like you. I loved the Stegosaurus. I loved the Triceratops, and of course the T-Rex and
Brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus is my favorite, which we'll get into that, whether or not he even exists.
Yep.
But
It's hotly debated.
It is, yeah. But that was kind of what got me into it. And then I didn't really get that much more into dinosaurs until I became an adult and started reading more about them. and all that kind of stuff. In school, sadly, that was the other thing. I always kind of hoped they were going to talk about it more in school, and it was like,
not really.
It was like breezed over, and I always kind of felt like, isn't this more important? Like, shouldn't we?
Yeah, from what I remember, I think I just went to the library and got books. We might have had like 1 week where we studied dinosaurs,
right?
But that was about it.
Yeah,
probably.
very limited.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I was always fascinated, and I still am, I talk about wanting to go back all the time, is the museum. Going.
We got a plan.
Yes, we are going.
Yeah, we really should, because I'd love to go anyway. Go to Natural History Museum and all that, and see the bones.
Yeah, I remember when I moved here, and the first time you went there, and you walk in, and there's Sue, right?
Yeah,
yes,
that's
right.
Sue.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was like, whoa, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that was my first time really seeing one, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense, because you didn't have like a big museum up there near you. Yeah. So that was basically what really got me interested in stuff. Yeah, I shouldn't say I wasn't an adult. I guess I would have been more like a teen when I really started getting into it, and I started buying like books and going to the museum and wanting to see all that kind of stuff. So I know that things like Jurassic Park are so hugely influential on the public in terms of getting everybody interested in dinosaurs and stuff. But obviously a lot of Jurassic Park is based on fiction,
Yes.
more or less. I mean, there's theories that it could work and everything, but
if everything panned out just right, it could work.
But what are the odds of just right?
As of right now, not very good.
Right. And what we're talking
not going to happen at this point.
And what we're talking about is obviously the idea of dinosaur reviving technology actually being a possibility.
Yeah, pulling it from amber and getting DNA from it. It's not possible, because if something's entombed in amber, the soft tissues and all that stuff, all the fluids, all that gets vaporized basically. All that's left is just the shell. So you're never going to get DNA from anything entombed in amber.
Right.
So amber is not the best mummification tool for dino DNA.
No, basically. It is not. Apparently, like riverbeds and stuff like that.
Okay.
That is the best place.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because they found like a mosquito that was entombed and fossilized and everything, and they did find blood inside of it. It didn't have dino DNA in it. And it was only like 1 million years old, so it wasn't old enough either.
Only.
But it was only, yeah, only. So again, you can't make a dinosaur from it, but it is possible. But the other thing is, DNA isn't always in all blood. So you have to have fine blood that has DNA in it. And then on top of that, you have to find blood that has dino DNA. And DNA is very easy to break down. So 66 million year old dino DNA is virtually impossible. Never going to happen.
Damn.
They're going to keep looking for it and looking for it and looking for it. But I don't think they're ever going to find it.
Well, because they say that DNA is
it's so fragile.
And it's so vulnerable to elements, like water messes it up, sunlight messes it up, all that kind of stuff.
Any of our stupid contaminations.
Yeah.
We're all going to, as soon as we get it, it's just going to crumble because we're going to contaminate it.
All right. So here's the thing. So even if they were able to get their hands on some DNA that was saved miraculously somehow, because you never know,
that's why they're still looking, because you never know.
And here's the other thing, we're also basing a lot of this on current technology as well. Right. If you go back 30-40 years ago, they never thought they would be able to do what they can do now with DNA and all that kind of stuff. So who knows in 30 years from now what they might be able to do, and they might be like, oh, we have some new technology now that we can like rebuild it more easily. We can this and that, blah, 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 blah. So it doesn't mean that from now until whenever, like, oh, the DNA is just a moot point.
Mm-hmm.
But then that also gets into, because they kind of address that in the movies and stuff with the whole crossing it with the frog DNA thing.
Right. So, okay. So say all that stuff lines up perfectly. We get the blood that has dino DNA in it and it's viable. It's still good. Next, but we don't have a full dino DNA. We need to fill it in like we do, like the frogs.
Like White Castle does. Basically, you're saying?
Yes. Is what I'm saying. In the movie, they used frogs. But that is a terrible idea. Frogs are amphibians. They're going to have to be in water all the time, right?
Okay.
Or something. So what would you use frogs? Don't use frogs. The best thing to use would be a bird.
I was just going to say,
since they're fucking dinosaurs, why wouldn't you use a bird?
Well,
they reference it in the movie over and over again. Birds are dinosaurs. Birds are dinosaurs. Why didn't you use birds?
Well,
I guess because they don't change sexes, maybe.
Yeah, well, but it's also
you would have that plot point, I guess, your plot twist,
right?
And didn't they mention that the frog DNA was more malleable or something? They could like conform it or something.
I was just going to say that. I thought that was what it was they felt like it would be the easiest one to fit in there.
I think in the book they like go ultra deep into that. The movie you kind of just gloss over it because Crichton just dumps you with a bunch of sci-fi and science mumbo jumbo, but.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the funny thing about that is even getting into the whole thing about birds and it's so obvious. That was even a debated thing for a long time.
For a long time, yeah.
Because, when you most people think of dinosaurs, they think of them being more reptilian-like. They think of them having this kind of leathery green or yellow, skin that's like that. And it's only been in fairly recent times in our adult lifetime that they've finally pretty much said, no, dinosaurs were probably covered, at least to some degree, in feathers. They were more bird-like.
Yeah, that was more the norm than not.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I guess, considering when that book was written and everything, and that wasn't necessarily like the completely agreed upon thing, I guess it kind of made sense to bring up frogs, but frogs are not dinosaur-like.
Yeah, they're amphibians, so you don't want to use frogs. You don't want to use birds. What about a crocodile? They have an ancestor shared with dinosaurs. Why wouldn't you use that? It's a reptile.
Yeah.
It's a reptile.
It's a reptile.
Reptile boy.
Get one of them reptiles over here. Yeah, I mean
that would have more like DNA with the dinosaur.
It seems like it would fit better for sure.
But what do I know?
I'm still holding out for shark DNA to put in there. I mean, sharks are one of the longest living creatures in the entire world. The
last thing I want to do is mix some sort of vicious, crazy, spastic, giant dinosaur DNA with a fucking shark, Vito. Because that just sounds like a sci-fi movie.
That's
sci-fi
that's
channel
where my brain
movie
goes to. So I'm
like waiting to happen. Yeah.
We need to mix it with like a dog or a cat, so they're super cuddly and playful. That's what we need.
That's what a brontosaurus is.
I need it to be like Dino.
I was just gonna say you just want to make Dino. Yeah. Dino. The Flintstones. Boy. You want to talk about a show that there is
ride around with them in the car? Like we are cars?
I was just say talk about and let me just throw this out there. How much did that fuck us all up as kids? Because then when you come to find out, you're like all into the Flintstones, and then it's like, yeah, dude, like cavemen and all that stuff, they didn't even exist anywhere near the same time.
Oh, it depends who you talk to, man.
Okay. Oh, because you got some people that think that.
Yeah, was it young world creationists?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to start getting into that, huh?
Oh, boy.
Well, yeah, I mean, oh, boy. Yeah, then we get into that whole thing. So, okay. So dinosaurs, it is generally by people that are not morons, not trying to offend any of you out there or anything. Yes, I am. I'm totally trying to. If you're one of these other people I'm talking about, you're an idiot. Dinosaurs are generally believed to be from what? It was like
140.
Okay, 140 to around 60 million years ago.
Mm-hmm. They've been extinct for 66 million years.
Okay.
And they dominated the Earth 140 million years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, long time.
Man,
a lot of different periods of dinosaurs, not just Jurassic, which none of those dinosaurs, except for I think one, was from Jurassic.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, see, you're schooling my ass on this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, what was it? One of them, I can't remember which one it was the only dinosaur in that movie that was from Jurassic period.
Wow.
I think Crichton knew that. He just said, well, Jurassic rolls off the tongue better.
Well, they kind of touched on it in the beginning when, what's his face? Sam?
Dr. Grant.
Dr. Grant, yes. Said something about the Cretaceous period. He was like, oh, this is from,
Right, I remember that. Okay.
So he kind of, that was him addressing.
Okay.
addressing that. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'm like I said, this is great because you're educating me on so much stuff that I'd never realized. It makes sense though. I mean, it's one of those things that you don't really think about. I mean, we've been on this planet for a very, very short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
But dinosaurs were on this planet for millions of fucking years, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, okay. So with that, you got this life that was on this planet that were, for millions and millions of years. Meanwhile, the life that is on this planet now, namely us, there is a section of us that seem to believe that dinosaurs weren't here for millions and millions of years because they don't believe that the Earth has been here for millions and millions of years. They think we've been here for like 10,000 years or 14,000 years or something ludicrous like that. And they think that dinosaurs are really only like 10,000 years old and that they existed at the same time we did. Who are these people, Vito?
Are they? I think it's Young World or something like that, but they are creationists.
Okay.
So,
and explain to people. I'm sure most people know what that means, but
creationists basically believe the literal version of Genesis, where God created the world in 7 days or 6 days. He rested on the seventh, and they've manipulated math to make that work to prove that the Earth is only 10,000 years old or whatever.
Okay.
Actually, I was at the Wisconsin State Fair a couple years ago, and they had an entire booth set up with their propaganda, and I actually took some pamphlets home because I was like, this is
see what
ridiculous.
This shit is.
Yeah, so...
Was it set up next to the flat Earth booth?
No, because I don't think that was a huge thing back then. But yeah, it was pretty... But the guys were really nice. I was like, you guys, what do you guys think? And they're like, yeah, we think this and this. I was like, wow, that's... Okay, dude, that's interesting. I took their pamphlets home, but I didn't join up.
You're like, wow, that's really interesting. You're like, oh, you think this topic is interesting? It's like, no, I think it's interesting that you people are so fucking dumb. Like, holy shit. You guys are fucking morons. Far be it from me to, talk shit on anybody's belief system or anything like that. But it's like, come on, man. You can't argue.
We have literal proof that's wrong.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's more. Then you have the people, the religious ones that believe that, to quote the title of the second to last Alice in Chains album, the devil put dinosaurs here.
Okay. Why?
Yeah, they believe that the devil put dinosaurs here, put the bones, all that stuff, that the devil put that here as a means of fooling us into not believing what the Bible tells us. It's all a trick.
To test your faith.
To test your faith. Dinosaur bones are nothing more than satanic faith testers.
Because Lucifer still holds a grudge for being banished to hell.
Yep.
You can't let that go.
It's like, you know what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing to these people? I'm getting sick of all these people that believe in God and they love God and they think Jesus is a bro and all this stuff. You know what I'm doing? I'm putting all these big old bird lizard bones way inside the earth So when people find them and then they use actual science and they go, wait a minute, these things have been around for like 65, 100 million years. Nope. Turns out I put them there just so that they would question their faith and go, wait a minute, the old book is wrong. And there are a lot of people out there that actually believe that.
Wow.
And I'm not just talking like a small sect like the people that believe in flat earth
Manson
and stuff.
shit.
But there is a lot of people out there, especially you go down to you go down to that old country down there. There is a lot of people out there that believe that. I've seen it, and it freaks me. Yeah, it freaks me out.
I mean, when you're sheltered in that environment, you don't have access to the internet or other media to.
Yeah, I get it if you grew up in it, but I don't know.
At some
to
point,
look at all the evidence, all the facts, and you're gonna go over here instead. I don't know. That's just ludicrous
because
to
when
me.
it comes to people, I won't go on a whole farther tangent, but just honestly, when it comes to people in their faith, man, it's like they'll believe
anything till the death.
Or refuse to believe
Yeah.
things. Yeah, it's something else, man. But yeah, so no, I think it's safe to say that all three of us in this room do not believe in that. Don't believe the devil put dinosaur bones here. And I don't believe, obviously, that dinosaurs and people existed 10,000 years ago. It just, no.
And it's funny because even before like the big dinosaur boom and everything happened, didn't they think the world was like 4 million or something years old? And then they found these bones and it kept pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. So even from then, we weren't just 10,000 years
Right.
old. We were
Right.
4 million.
Right. Well, and I mean, and then that kind of leads us into the thing, dinosaur discoveries and paleontology and stuff. I mean, it's benefited the human race much more than just, hey, cool, dinosaurs, existed and stuff. There's been all sorts of like cool things that came as a result of these paleontologists and stuff. And
Digging up bones.
yeah. And on that note, we should probably
Do I get to talk about the Bone Wars now?
the Bone Wars.
I'm super excited about this.
We're going back into the old days and the days before the things we know now. Back into the wars, the Bone Wars. It was a different time then, son. I'm getting all like Jedi medieval on it and shit, but it basically was a bunch of crotchety old guys that were fighting with each other for glory, and
Yeah.
more or less, I'm kind of like, yeah,
More or less. The gist in the late 1800s,
right,
two guys, Marsh and Cope,
okay,
they started off as pals, and they started digging in Jersey,
right,
and then Marsh went behind Cope's back and said, "No, send all the bones to me. He wants all the bones." And then Cope was like, "What the fuck, dude?" But that didn't break up their little thing they had going on, their bromance. So
The bone man.
their bromance, yeah. So then
It's double
Marsh outed Cope because he had a dinosaur that he found, fully complete dinosaur, their first fully complete dinosaur, and he put the head on the wrong end of the dinosaur. So he was supposed to have a really long, super long tail and a really short neck, but is the other way around. And Marsh pointed that out to him. And they called in this other paleontologist that they kind of learned from, Leidy. So they called in Leidy, who they learned a lot of their shit from. And they were like, well, which one's which? Well, who's correct? And he took the head off the tail and put it over on the neck. And it was a perfect fit. He's like, well, there you go. So Cope was like, oh shit, I got to get all my journals back so nobody knows I did this, instead of, retracting it or something and actually admitting it. And of course, Marsh had a copy of the journal. He's like, nope. I'm putting you on blast. Fuck you. You got it wrong. So he damaged Cope about that. So then they end up going west. Marsh goes west and Cope is like, well, you ain't leaving me behind. I'm going with you. So they both go west, and Marsh is pissed. He's like, well, I claimed everything to the west, to the Mississippi. I don't know why the fuck you're here. These are all my bones. And Cope is like, fuck you. I'm going to mine everything in your territory. And so they go back and forth, damaging each other, literally blowing up bones, stealing bones, and sending them back. And
So wait, why? Okay, hang on, because you're getting a little bit ahead of me here.
Okay.
All right. So why exactly did these guys, if they started out being bros, bone bros,
Bone bros.
the bone bros, that sounds like a bad
porno. Right
yeah,
there.
that sounds like a porn company, you know. What are these guys named? Martian
Cope.
Martian Cope present the Bone Bros.
Special guest, Mr. Lighty.
otherwise known as Tidy Lighty.
Wow.
But why did these guys? What was the thing that made them stop
being friends?
Yeah, and stop collaborating.
So Marsh was like educated. He was a true paleontologist. Where Cope was just like, I dig this shit. I'm just gonna do it. And he wrote a bunch of papers at a really young age, where Marsh had just wrote a couple. And it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. So that's when they hooked up. And then they had strong personalities. Like I can't remember which is which. I think Marsh was more of the evolution, and Cope was more creationist kind of mindset. They're like,
okay,
you're fucking wrong, you're stupid and stuff. So Marsh thought Cope was dumb, and Cope thought Marsh was just an asshole and didn't like him, and he was just wrong. So they were both wrong. And Marsh he's like, I want all the bones. So he kept undermining Cope at every possible chance to get all the bones. Even though Cope got them, Marsh would end up with them. It's like one of the antics, this guy, I can't remember his name, Jake, I think. So Jake contacts Marsh, say, hey, I got these bones. I want to be a part of your team. Check me out. And Marsh is like, I ain't going to respond to him. Fuck him. So Jake goes, okay, well, I'm going to go to Cope then. So he goes to Cope, and Cope's like, fuck yeah, I'm all over this. I'm going to write papers and everything. So he wrote all these papers about this dinosaur. And Marsh is like, oh, fuck you. He contacted me first. Those are my bones. And he literally went and got the goddamn bones. And he won.
He just stole them?
He stole the bones. And Cope was like, what the fuck, dude? Those are my
motherfucking
bones.
bone thief, man.
Yeah.
Can't trust him.
So they go back and forth with that kind of shit, blowing up bones and stealing bones and stuff. They're in haste to discover all these dinosaurs, because before they started this, there was 9 dinosaurs discovered in North America that were named.
Yeah.
After this, I think there's 136 total between the two of them.
Okay.
But those aren't all accurate ones, because they would just kind of put shit together, finagle it, and call it a dinosaur, even though they weren't all the same dinosaur. Hence the Brontosaurus,
Okay.
which is that's Marsh's doing, because he took the dinosaur body of a dinosaur. I think it started with an A name. Like, don't ask me to say it.
Apatosaurus?
Something like that, yeah. And he took what. But he didn't have a head for it. He's like, what am I going to do? I need a head for a dinosaur, so I have a complete dinosaur. He drove 4 miles away to another dig site, got a head, brought it back, put it on the dinosaur, and called it, oh, look, I got a Brontosaurus now. So that is hotly debated if a Brontosaurus is actually real or not. So he was called out on that. But in addition to that, they took... So it was Marsh, Cope, and Lighty all in Wyoming or whatever, digging these dinosaur bones, trying to discover. Whoever discovers it first
wins.
And names it wins. Yeah. Oops. Knocking over dinosaurs over here. So this one dinosaur had 22 different names. And today they are still trying to figure that shit out. Yeah. So, yeah, they went back and forth. And at the end of it, what ended up being Marsh's undoing, actually, is he worked with the government and said, give me the government money and stuff like that. I'll find these dinosaur bones, but I get to keep whatever bones I find, because he wanted all the fucking bones, because he was greedy as shit. And he's like, you know what? This Cope guy over here, fuck him. You should go get his bones too, because he used government money. So the government was like, well, those are our bones. We're taking them. And Cope goes, oh, no. And he's anal as shit. So he had all his receipts, because he paid out of pocket for everything.
Wow.
So he got to keep his bones. But then he was pissed at Marsh. He's like, you know what? This fucking dude is constantly stealing my dinosaurs. So he had been taking notes, because he's anal as shit. And he took all the notes that stuff Marsh has done over the years, and he went to the paper and got it all published out there so the public could see it.
He smeared his ass, huh?
Yeah. And the public's like, why the fuck is the government spending all our money on these dinosaur bones? I mean, it's a lot of fucking money. And they were like, no. So the government said, okay, well, now our hands are tied. So they slashed Marsh's funding. And they're like, you know what? The rule's there. We're taking your dinosaurs. And they took all his dinosaurs that they paid for. So that is the Bone Wars in a nutshell. In extreme nutshell. But you were saying that good things have happened from that. And things like that are Lighty. Eventually, he's like, you know what? You two are just batshit crazy. I can't handle you anymore. I can't put up with you putting me in the middle of your shit anymore. So he quit paleontology. And he actually ended up going on to be the first person to solve a murder using a microscope.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because some guy, farmer or whatever, murdered somebody else, and he had blood all over him. And you're like, well, that's the victim's blood. He's like, no, it's pig's blood. And Lenny's like, don't think so. And he put it on the microscope, and he's like, nope, see, it's human blood. You killed the guy. So there was that.
Very cool.
He shed some lighty on the subject.
And then at some point, Marsh got invited, I think it was Custer, to go to South Dakota to hunt bones, dig up bones and stuff. And they met up with the Indians there, because it was back in the 1800s, wild Indians everywhere and shit. And the Indians were like, no, you're not fucking coming on our land. I know you're not here to get the dinosaur bones. Who wants dinosaur bones? That's stupid. And like, you're after our gold, so you ain't coming in here.
The Indians' gold?
The Indians' gold in their land. So they're like, you ain't taking it. You white men constantly fuck us over. You ain't doing it.
I know the Indians had gold.
It's their land. They got gold, apparently.
How do you think they got them the casino?
Right? Yeah. Yeah, Oklahoma and casino Indians. They got run of that shit.
It's their own tribe, the casino Indians.
So what happened was Marsh's like, well, crap, I really want to dig here. So he went back to Washington, campaigned for 2 years.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he gave him smallpox and blankets or something.
No.
Okay.
He campaigned against that is what it came down to.
He actually did the opposite. And he got them better treatment and changed the law.
Okay.
So they got the food they were supposed to be getting.
Good for him.
So that worked out nicely. So he wasn't a complete asshole all the time.
Well, he was still kind of an asshole because he wasn't really.
He tricked them. He wanted to get them bones.
He wanted the bones.
So, yeah. He was like,
I guess I'll throw you a bone and get you some more food.
If you let me come.
That ain't tainted. Oh, man.
And then another thing that they noted was that, again, Marsh, because he had all the fucking bones because he's a greedy bastard, they were trying to prove Darwin's theory of evolution. And they're like, how are we going to do this? We have to prove it to make it people understand, which apparently they still don't understand, but
some of them don't.
Some of them don't understand. So they were like, well, this dude Marsh has a shit ton of bones. Why don't you go to him? And so the guy goes, okay, let me go to him. And he goes over there. He's like, let me see your bones. And he was like, fuck you, ain't nobody seeing my bones. You ain't taking my bones and stuff. He's like, well, I'm going to prove Cope wrong. He's like, oh, fuck, come on in, buddy. Come check out my bones. And so they checked it over and everything. And I think it was actually horses because he had centuries and centuries of horses for him to check out. And they clearly proved the evolution of horses. Like, they didn't have hoofs at first, apparently. And then they evolved to have hoofs.
Really? Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I was like, really? That's...
Huh.
Yeah,
I wonder what caused that.
Evolution, bitch.
Bunch of hoofless horses. Just hold your hoofless horses right now, because I can't believe that. Yeah, go ahead.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
So, One last thing about the Bone Wars is that by technicality, by numbers, Marsh won because he labeled 80 dinosaurs, where Cope only labeled 56. But that is because Marsh used all the government's money to find the dinosaurs and to pay for extra help, where Cope had to do it all out of his own pocket and by himself.
So there's other things that kind of were we accentuated the positive in the end about those things, but then there was like negative stuff about it too, because like for one thing,
labeling the same dinosaur 22 different ways and causing confusion even today,
right?
Or just completely making up dinosaurs and they're having to still sort through it.
And they destroyed a shit ton of potentially awesome finds just to undermine the other one. There was all sorts of like crucial fossils that probably were just destroyed because these two idiots were at the helm of this.
Yeah, something you wouldn't do today. Although they did do like an expedition in 2007, 2008.
Okay.
Where they actually went to those dig sites and kind of excavated them and everything like that. And they're not seeing signs that they blew up the dinosaur bones and everything. They think it may have been just a tactic to say, hey, we blew up the dinosaur bones, so you can't get them now. And Cope was like, well, shit. Guess I can just go home now.
Okay.
So hopefully that is indeed what happened, and they didn't literally blow them up like they said they did. We may never know.
Not until we get a time machine going.
Yeah, and because of their antics, and they went back and forth in newspapers and everything, calling each other out, and basically made American paleontologists look like complete jackasses to European.
Right.
Because initially we like ruled school in that field, and then they came out with all that stuff, and they're like, you guys are assholes. You're dumb. You don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah, and for a long time, the rest of the world viewed the American paleontologists like very negatively. Like it was like American paleontology was a joke. Yeah. You had to go to Europe to do it. To be taken seriously, rather.
Right.
Way to go, guys. Way to go.
You blew it.
Well, you had the chance to further humanity with your discovery and excavation of dinosaurs, and you blew it.
Yep, because you're greedy bastards.
You know, the one thing, Vito, you were talking about a little bit before we actually started rolling tonight. You were talking about trying to validify. Okay, so Vito is a big fan of the Carnosaur series.
This is true.
Yeah. Which by no means is
factual
or even
good.
Hey. First of all, you guys are wrong on both counts right there.
Okay. Well, to back him up on something, because the one thing they discuss or has been discussed is movie raptors like you see in Jurassic Park and stuff compared to what actual raptors were like. So Vito, you were telling me a little bit about this.
So apparently what I didn't know, thanks to Megan here, is raptors, the velociraptors in Jurassic Park were shown to be like 7 feet tall, but in actuality they're the size of a turkey.
Yeah, basically.
That's nuts.
Yeah, they were long.
But they're just short and
long, kind of like an alligator, just a little taller.
Yeah. So raptors were short and stubby, whereas as the I'm probably not going to pronounce this right, but the Deinonychus is more what a velociraptor would look like. And here's your little tidbit: in the Carnosaur series, those dinosaurs that look like velociraptors are actually Deinonychus dinosaurs. So Carnosaur got it right, where Jurassic Park got it wrong.
Holy shit.
Now, you tell me that Carnosaur is not an awesome series based on that alone.
Based on that alone, I think it's a little redeemable. Nice.
Maybe a little.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, I'll take that. Thank you, guys.
Take and go.
So the other thing is that unlike they're shown in like the Jurassic Park movies is to be more lizardy or whatever, is that they believe velociraptors may have been more bird-like, that they were covered in feathers.
Yep.
And stuff. And they haven't found, though, any fossils of raptors with feathers on them.
No, but they found relatives of the raptors that clearly have fossilized feather marks on them.
Okay.
So what's to say raptors don't have it too?
Yeah.
And they have these little, I think they call them quill knobs on their arms.
Right. That are only
And
found on
only found on-
feathered animals and creatures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Well, that makes sense then.
yeah. So they must have been feathered.
Yeah.
It's a good chance of it.
So we've been raised and brought up by Hollywood to believe that raptors are these like awesome little, leathery, like snaky, gatory kind of little lizard kind of things, but they're just really
cute, fluffy little birds.
they're just really obnoxious turkeys.
Yeah.
Raptors are just obnoxious turkeys. I'm sorry, man. I kind of I just prefer the Jurassic Park version of it.
So just forget everything we just said. Stick with your movie versions.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and one last thing is just that, and I find myself even having been guilty of this at times, even though I know better, but a common thing that we all make mistakes, or a lot of us make mistakes, is we talk about dinosaur studies and excavation and all that with archaeology. It's not archaeology. It's paleontology, and
Yes.
there's a big difference between the two. Archaeologists study human history, right? And
Right.
paleontology is about
Fossils
and dinosaurs and all that kind of stuff. So just a little PSA for all of you out there when you're talking about this stuff. Archaeologists do not like to be referred to as dinosaur hunters or anything like that, and vice versa.
Right.
Yeah, it's not the same thing. But just real quick, bringing it back around, it's really interesting. I never knew anything about that whole Bone Wars stuff that you were telling us about. Like, that's all new to me.
I just happened across it in a book about rivals that changed the world. Like,
Right.
oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, there's still so much. I mean, we could be talking about this for hours
and
stuff,
hours.
because there's so much that we haven't covered. But I mean, just kind of bringing it back around, because we were talking about we started this off talking about the Jurassic Park idea of if we could make dinosaurs again in modern times and all that stuff. But we didn't discuss, should we, if we do figure out a way to clone dinosaurs or even reverse engineer them somehow, because I know that's also a possibility,
Yeah,
right?
because as of right now, cloning is out of the question because we don't have the dino DNA
Right.
at this point in time. So the only way we could bring dinosaurs back is to reverse engineer them. But they're not going to be real dinosaurs because we don't know everything about dinosaurs. We're going to have to take a lot of assumptions like, well, I think it had this, I think it had that, and whoever's creating it, creationist or whoever, obviously they're not going to, but it's going to be a dinosaur that they envision, not the correct dinosaur.
Right.
So
it's a facsimile of a dinosaur. It's not an actual dinosaur like it would be if we cloned it.
right.
Which is exactly what Jurassic Park was. In the book, they go into that in more detail, where Dr. Wu, he's like, listen, you wanted these creatures in a specific way. I made them that way. These dinosaurs that we're showing is not what dinosaurs look like. I had to engineer them this way,
right,
to perform how you want them to perform. So.
Even the new ones are right, like that Jurassic World where they made all these bigger, make them
Yeah.
better,
Yeah,
and
right.
stuff. They're not dinosaurs. They're reverse engineered how you want them to be.
Frankenstein's monster
Yeah.
versions of
Right.
dinosaurs. So then my question to you is this. Either way, whether we could reverse engineer and create them like Dr. Wu did, or if there was some way we could actually genetically clone them and bring back an actual, should we? Is it something that we should mess with? So like I always like to put this to you guys. Vito, should we bring back dinosaurs?
It's a hard question because I really want dinosaurs to exist. But considering what would probably happen is they would get loose and kill all of us, then no. But I would like to see a Jurassic Park theme park, but not with real dinosaurs, but either with animatronic dinosaurs or holographic dinosaurs that are entirely 100% accurate. Once we get to that level where we know, all right, this is exactly what it's going to look like. They were exactly this tall. They had these feathers in these spots. The tail looped away in this way, and we know that for certain. all right, let's go and build that 3D model exactly that way.
Right.
I would be totally for that.
Okay. Megan, what do you think?
Well, I'm going with that dinosaurs live in our hearts for life. So we do not need to bring them back. You're just asking for trouble. They were wiped out for a reason. They need to stay wiped out. They have no place in our world today. They won't work.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I don't think it's a good idea for us to mess with that. Not even because I think it's going to be like the movies where they go crazy and they get loose and all that stuff. I guess that could happen, but I just think that things in this world go extinct for a reason.
Exactly.
Even I think inevitably we probably will.
Yes.
You know, or at least
If we don't make off-world colonies, we certainly will.
Well, I was just going to say, you know, unless something happens that we can prevent that, and you know, whether we should or not, I don't know. That's a whole other discussion. But
as is, did dinosaurs really make it off the planet to somewhere else?
Well, Megan, once I get to season 4, I think, of the 1990s Outer Limits episode, we'll find out if dinosaurs made it to space and if they can talk or not.
Really? Ooh,
I'll just leave it at that.
one. Okay, I can't wait for that one.
yeah, I mean, if you guys want to become astropaleontologists, you better hope that shit's real.
Heck yeah.
Exactly. So, I just think that I kind of agree with Vito. I think that it'd be cool to see if they could make some sort of like fake dinosaurs that they were all like, animatronic or bionic or whatever the hell it is, something that could be controlled more or less, you know, that would be really cool. But otherwise, no, I'm not real big on the idea. I don't know how I feel about cloning and all that stuff in general, you know, whether it's dinosaurs or people or animals or whatever. And I don't know. I at least maybe someday that would be more of a safer prospect, but right now we're so infantile with it. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Right. I worry about the dinosaurs and their health because apparently grass didn't even exist back when they were here.
Really?
It's like, how are you going to feed these dinosaurs? They don't even have.
And I think, wasn't the oxygen level like much, much higher than it was today?
Right. All that kind of stuff comes into play. It's like, how are they even going to survive? They may not even.
Yeah.
Their lungs may be completely different because we don't know, because soft tissue doesn't survive 66 million fucking years.
That's true.
Well, that's even, you know, like going back to when we talked about time travel and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And people talk about time traveling and, oh, it'd be amazing to be able to go back in time. I'm like, dude, you don't even know if you'd be able to survive very long if you went back in time, because there were so many different facets to just being alive back then, like you said, whether it was oxygen or just different levels of things in the atmosphere, in the water, in the soil, pathogens, you know, all
it's
sorts.
like the aliens in War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds, yeah. They came down here not realizing they couldn't exist here because our atmosphere was toxic to them. I highly suspect that if a human being tried to go back 66 million years, that the atmosphere and every other thing would be toxic to them. There's so many things. I mean, who knows? You could get stung by like a mosquito back then, and it could instantly kill you, because who knows what kind of pathogens or whatever were there in that. So, yeah.
And who are we to play God and reverse engineer years of evolution? There's a reason things have progressed how they've progressed. Don't fuck with it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. But, yeah, so, I mean, it's as much as I enjoy the whole idea of Jurassic Park and all that kind of stuff, I think with this one, we're all pretty much in agreement that, yeah, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, don't bring the real ones back, but make the more, because they actually have, was it Universal or something, where they have a velociraptor. You can go right up to it, and he like lurches at you and everything like that. And that looks pretty realistic.
Yeah, I saw that.
Really
I saw that the other day.
Yeah.
It looked really cool.
Yeah, don't they have that new Jurassic World park and all
They
that
do
stuff?
that. I think they have
do.
like a Triceratops or Stegosaurus that literally just walks.
I was just gonna say,
like,
I
in the
just
open.
saw, and
Holy
it
shit.
looks
Yeah.
like it's a dinosaur walking through the streets and shit.
Dude,
that would be
that's-
amazing.
That's badass. Yeah, see, like stuff like that. That sounds
Let's do that.
awesome. But otherwise, yeah, I mean,
Until the AI gets fucked up and then it decides to kill all humans.
well, yeah, I was gonna bring that up too, but that's a
Then
whole.
it's our time. I don't know what you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, now we're getting on Joe Rogan shit where it's like we shouldn't be messing with this AI, man. We shouldn't be messing with
It's
these.
the real Skynet. It takes over the dinosaur
Yep.
animatronics and then it kills all humans by way of dinosaur.
Wouldn't that be interesting? I'm sure that's been made into a book or movie. Like, what if we had like a Terminator type storyline, but what happens is the Terminators are actually more like dinosaurs, like highly evolved dinosaur, like AI robotic creatures that want to take over, and they're like, wait a minute, we've learned about our history. We inherit what we were designed after. Our true ancestors were the ones that inherited this earth, not these stupid humans. And so it becomes like, like Raptor Terminators and everything, and they want to wipe out the human race because they're like, no, we need to take this back.
Dude,
I think it could work.
I would watch that movie.
I know you would, because that is a Sci-Fi Channel exclusive.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, so yeah, this has been fun.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Loads of fun.
We can go on forever. And
Yeah, and
ever
we will talk.
ever.
Yeah, we will talk more about dinosaurs and stuff, especially because we've got more Jurassics and stuff that are supposed to be coming out. We still got to talk about Carnosaur.
Yep.
Vito's like, oh yeah. So we'll be back on this topic again, folks. But we hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think. If you've got any more like dino tidbits to like throw in there. If anybody's going to be like, I'm really bummed you didn't talk about the early 90s TV series Dinosaurs.
Oh, gosh.
Just not enough time, guys. We'd be here for 3 hours if we had to do that.
Yeah, that show was amazing.
It was.
Because Vito is not the mama.
Not the mama.
Oh, God. That show is so aggravating.
It's better than the Flintstones, man.
What?
Okay, Vito, you went too far with that.
What?
The movies or the cartoon?
Yeah.
Both.
No. Okay,
Oh,
we're done. We're
hell
done.
no.
It's over. We're done.
Really?
We are done, dude.
Wow.
We are done.
I didn't know you guys were that into the Flintstones.
Flintstones is amazing.
The cartoon.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude. Good night, everybody.
Bye.